messy Bible moments, from unholy mess to holy mercy.
Let's get something straight right now. Just because God is with you does not mean life gets easy. Sometimes it gets heavier, sharper, colder. Joseph didn't walk into Egypt free. He walked in chained, dreams still in his head, but iron on his wrists. You ever carry promise and pain at the same time? That's where Joseph was living. Genesis 39:2 says it clear. And the Lord was with Joseph. He's a slave, sold by his own brothers. Foreign land, foreign tongue, foreign gods everywhere. And the Bible still says, God was with him. Sometimes God's presence doesn't look like comfort. It looks like survival. Joseph was bought by Potiphar, captain of Pharaoh's guard. Power, authority, pressure. Joseph worked, stayed sharp, stayed honorable, didn't let bitterness eat his backbone. Favor showed up again, quiet but undeniable. Potiphar trusted him with everything: keys, money, decisions, authority. Joseph ran that household like a CEO in chains. But hear this: favor will always be tested. When people trust you, temptation starts circling, because elevation without discipline is a collapse waiting to happen. Enter Potiphar's wife, lonely, entitled. Used to control. Genesis 39:7. She cast her eyes upon Joseph. That ain't admiration. That's stalking. Day after day, pressure, suggestion, seduction. Joseph could have folded. Nobody from home watching, nobody checking him, but he said no. Integrity ain't about who sees you. It's about who you answer to. How could I sin against God? Not Potiphar, God. One day she grabbed his garment. Joseph ran, left the coat, kept his character, but she flipped the script, lied, twisted, manipulated. Genesis 39:14. Accusation, faithful man, now criminal. Right action, wrong outcome. You ever do right and still get punished? That hits different. Genesis 39:21. But the Lord was with Joseph. There it is again. Not palace, prison. Chains don't cancel calling. Joseph didn't rot. He rose again. The prison guard trusted him. Keys again, authority again. You can't bury what God keeps watering. 2 new inmates, Pharaoh's cupbearer, Pharaoh's baker, both dreaming, both disturbed. Joseph said, interpretations belong to God. Even in chains, he remembered his gift. One dream restored. One dream ended. He interpreted that Pharaoh would restore the cupbearer to his former position. He only asked that the cupbearer would remember him with Pharaoh. He interpreted that Pharaoh would execute the baker. 3 days later, on Pharaoh's birthday, both interpretations came to pass exactly as Joseph had said. The cupbearer was restored, but in his joy he forgot all about Joseph, who remained in prison, still waiting for God's timing. In Genesis 40:23. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgot him. 2 full years passed. No rescue, no update, just silence. Some of the hardest seasons ain't storms. They're waiting rooms. You're not drowning. You're not flying. You're just stuck. But God doesn't waste waiting. He builds stamina, sharpens vision, strengthens backbone. The dream wasn't dying. The dreamer was maturing. Joseph wasn't delayed. He was developed. Some people need elevation. Others need preparation. God will let people forget you, so you learn to rely on Him. Faithfulness is not wasted. Integrity is not invisible. Obedience is not ignored. Heaven sees what earth overlooks. The prison didn't cancel the dream. It refined the dreamer. When your season turns, and it will, You won't just walk in ready, you'll walk in unbreakable. Next time on Messy Moments in the Bible. Part 3. A prisoner becomes a ruler. A dreamer stands before a king, and the very people who buried him come bowing for bread. What do you do when your past walks back into your future?
Messy Bible moments from unholy